everyone. Good afternoon to everyone from Singapore. This is Aziza Jalaluddin, co-founder of Shine ADA, knowledge partner ABCi. And today's session, we are having a very exciting conversation and some enlightening knowledge sharing with our dearest brother, Dr. Arunaagiri Mudaaliar from Mumbai, India. And he's on the call with us. And I'm going to just say hello to him before I bring him on, introduce him officially. So hi, brother, how are you?
Yeah, top of the world, Aziza. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And before I introduce an official introduction to the Dr. Arunaagiri, and I just want to highlight that this session that we are doing is very much on understanding business excellence, understanding the power of one's personal growth and development in order to master sales in business. A lot of time people are talking about improving their profits and all of that. Sales is a very fundamental basics to many milestones that a company can take, and this is a very essence of all businesses. If we are not able to master sales, and many people assume that sales is only about going out there and selling. I'm sure he's going to give us a lot of insights to that. But most importantly, the importance of business and how a lot more factors that it boils down to. So if you are someone looking at improving your sales and also improving the way that you do your business and improving your sales, this is something very useful for you. And thank you so much for joining in this call with us. And so I'm going to introduce you, Dr. Arunaagiri Mudaaliar. He's a dear brother before anything else. He is an international world-class trainer, and he's also an author. He's written many books. I have his book, one of it with me here in Singapore. It's Unleash Your Potential. And in this book, he touches a lot on optimizing yourself and your team performance, productivity, and profitability. It's very crucial for businesses to go into on that. This is one of his books, and he is definitely a Shine ADA associate mentor who has, we hold a powerful team of global mentors, and we are very blessed to have him on board with us as one of Shine ADA's mentor team, together with ABCi's network. So this book is written, and I have to say two other things other than the speaker and the coach and the mentor part is. We are very happy to bring real-time success leaders. So he's a very successful entrepreneur, and he's got a very successful business in Mumbai. He will share a lot more about that in this call, as well as he's an international sportsman. So he is like the Michael Jordan of India. He's done quite a bit of work with the basketball industry. And do you want to say hello?
Yes, I want to say hi to Arun.
This is Dr. Jasmine Chan. We are on live call.
Hello, Dr. Arun.
Hi, pleasure. Hi, nice speaking to you all. It's a pleasure and honor.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the live call we're doing, and it's on YouTube.
Right.
So you want to say hello to the audience?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So I look forward to see you guys in the Bangalore very soon.
That's right.
Right, another 2 more weeks or less than 2 more weeks.
That's right.
All right, you guys continue. Okay. Have fun.
Thank you. So the call coming into Dr. Arunaagiri right now. So we are going to have him share some insights to doing business, in mastering your sales in business. And can we have you share with us, Dr. Arunaagiri, on how this is going for you, and tell us a little bit about your take on sales and the business excellence that's needed for sales to take off.
Yes, I for one strongly believe that for any entrepreneur to become successful in any part of the world, he needs to have a commitment towards excellence at his personal as well as the professional level, because today, the world over, the world of business has become more like a global village where you're not only confined to your own city or a state or a country. Actually, today the playground for any entrepreneurship is the global field, because even though I'm sitting in India, in Bombay, we have products from all over the world competing as equal competitors with our prospective customers day in and day out. So in this scenario, if you really want to be successful in your business, you need to be world class, and your company or your product or services which you render or which you offer to the market, if it has to be world class, the first basic commitment with every entrepreneur has to espouse is commitment towards providing the best. That is, and so I, as a entrepreneur, as a coach, as a trainer, always believe that you need to be ongoingly making yourself better and better and providing the best to your customer, so that customer feels delighted every time he gets your product or services. The customer's experience every time he interacts with you be that of being totally satisfied and totally delighted, and that only will ensure your sustained growth and sustained progress of your business, Aziza.
Absolutely. And when we talk about sales, you do a lot of sales training for organizations and companies. So what is the most common situations that occur in business for people to normally, what are the biggest challenges that businesses face, you think?
Yes, it's a very, very good question. I think I, for one, believe that many of the entrepreneurs who start the business, as per our statistics, out of every 10 new businesses which start, 8 or 9 of them close down in the first 3 to 5 years. And if you ask me, as an entrepreneur, also as a coach and a mentor, the basic problem which most of the people have is concerning sales and marketing. The entrepreneurs are normally good either in the technical subjects or in the production arena, but somewhere they uh, have a lapse in their marketing and sales strategy. Like it may be in terms of wrong pricing, or it may be in terms of getting a not proper terms and condition for sale, or it may be that your product doesn't have the cutting edge to face the growing aspiration of the customer. And somewhere when you lose that cutting edge, the entrepreneur normally loses his customers, and thereby the entire business goes into a dilemma or a crisis, and many of them close down. So, as you rightly said, in my opinion, a strong sales and marketing background and a really good marketing and sales strategy is very essential for sustained growth and progress of any company. And that's the place where I for one believe that every entrepreneur, especially the small and medium enterprises, need to really keep on working on their fine-tuning their sales and marketing strategy and building up a team of proficient and good marketing person, so that your organization continues to remain profitable and viable. So this is what is my take as far as the importance of sales and marketing in enterprise, because I for one always give this one formula: production minus sale is crap. So if you're not able to sell your produce or your services, then you will not be able to sustain and be in business.
Yes, I think that is very much the journey that everybody wants to go on. And when you look at clarity in terms of you said about teams and the marketing, you say they must be proficient. What do you think it takes for an entrepreneur or even the sales team? Because everything boils down to the team that gets into play. Like right now, when we are doing our business events in India, we very much work with a lot of team players all around. And so in your mind, what is it that, what do you usually recommend for organizations that go into teams? What is required for team players? What kind of capacity or what kind of qualities does one need to build up as an individual to excel in doing sales?
Very true. Good question. Again, a very, very pertinent question. I for one believe ultimately business is nothing but a team game. And because no individual person can ever uh, put up a company and sustain it and progress it. It always comes down to team. As I always say, team is nothing but together everyone achieves more or miracles. So you need, as an entrepreneur, I think it becomes very, very important for you to constantly work on developing good team members. I would say developing team members who are better than you, better than the entrepreneur in various fields. And unless until you're able to develop such a team, you will not be able to really sustain and grow your business. And I would say the fundamental characteristic of building a team member is that of mutual respect, and to give the freedom and the power and empower the other team members to have the freedom and to allow their creativity and innovation to really work for the growth of the business. So an entrepreneur has to be a leader who leads with this with inspiration, with his own example, and ensures that his other team members also have equal access to let unleash their creativity and innovative power that they have, and thereby contribute to the team's goals, short term and long term. So yes, I do appreciate that. Team is very, very important, and every successful entrepreneur, if you see in the history, are always people who have built, nurtured, and developed strong teams. In fact, you should be a team of giants, and with each of the team member excelling in the sphere of activity that they are focusing on. Aziza.
Wow, I think that dynamics on what do you call getting teams that is to excel, that is one of the challenge I think most organizations feel, to get people to be in their continuous learning journey. And and that brings to the point about in India, where you hail from. Tell us a little bit about your background. When you talk about, you are from India and you are based in Mumbai. Can you share about your background? That will be exciting for the audience to know too, because you have a very India background. That means you are very holistic, from north to south. So you're a very good example of a global Indian. Tell us about that.
Yes. Aziza, if you talk about when I look back at my own career, I'm basically from South India and now settled in west of India. I'm basically from Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, but I've been born and brought up in Mumbai. And as you rightly said, I attribute a lot of my success as an entrepreneur to my sports background. I've been a sportsman since the age of around 7, 8. I've been passionate about it. I've been playing basketball and many other games, but ultimately I focused on basketball and I had the honor of representing my country at the Indian youth level, at the Indian university level, and also I was a member of the Indian men's team. And as you rightly said, to develop teams, and if I have to attribute one reason why we have been successful as an entrepreneur, as a training team, is mainly because of the team spirit that we have developed. And you're right. Basically, I didn't start my enterprise straight away. I was working with Pfizer Pharmaceuticals first as their salesperson, and then I left them as a district manager. And then I joined another company called Lakshmi Pumps, where I was marketing industrial, agricultural pump sets, where I joined them as a marketing manager, and then I became a CEO. And I spent almost about 8 to 9 years with that company, looking after their all India marketing. And then I came down to Bombay to start my own venture. I started a company called Pacific Trends Private Limited, which manufactures soft luggage and travel accessories. And we are today manufacturing and giving business solutions for basically for promotions, for packaging, for conference and events, for gifting, and also for startup kits. And I'm happy to say that in the last 15 years, we have now become among the top 3 companies in Western India in our line of business. We started with just about 400 square feet place in Bombay with about 12 members and having a turnover of about 17 lakhs the first year. In the last decade and so, today we have almost 120 people working for us. We have a production and a office premise measuring almost about 10,000 square feet in Bombay. And today we almost touch about 17 crores turnover. And we are among the top 3 companies in various fields. And today we have a customer client base spanning pharmaceutical giants like Sanofi, Novartis, Glaxo, FDC, IPCA, Merck Sharp and Dohme. Then we cater to some of the top travel companies like Kesari Tours, Vina World, Cox and Kings, Kioni, etc. We also supply to some of the giant FMCG companies like Procter & Gamble, Hindustan Liver, Larsen & Toubro, etc.
Wow.
So it has been a very enriching experience for me, both as a corporate executive and then as an independent entrepreneur. And my passion has always been training, right from my days as a CEO of my old company Lakshmi Pumps or as an entrepreneur. We have been emphasizing or laying a lot of importance to training our team. Even in my current company, we have our vision values, which we ensure that each and every member knows about it, and we constantly at least train our people in all areas of business. And I, for one, can very convincingly say that there's a huge dividend that you get when you train your people, because among the 5 M's of business management, you use 5 resources: man, material, machinery, methodology, and manpower. Out of them, manpower is the most important thing. And when you have a trained, motivated, and very loyal manpower, your business definitely grows multifold. So this has been my experience, and it has been a very enriching experience. And India, I can tell you one more thing, Aziza, is the really growth market today. I think we are among the fastest growing economy in the world today. We are almost growing at about 8 to 9% GDP. And under our dynamic Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, we are really growing in all areas of business. And I for one see that there is a huge scope in India, be it training, be it manufacturing, be it service providers. And I, for one, believe that in the next 4-5 years, India will become maybe one of the leading economies of the world.
Yes, I think that is a very important element, and that's where the missing links are. And we need more professionals, more expertise, more specialists in the field who are passionate in that journey that we are excited about when we started work in India some 5 years ago. So people like yourself who are in the business. So we don't want trainers who are just training. We want trainers and mentors who are evolved into business because they have walked the journey. They have dynamic of really being in the business. So when we are having people like you in the field, it's very encouraging and very empowering, because at the end of the day, people get to see the real stuff. Like, if you're going to be going into business, then you need to have someone who's done the sales from ground to talk about the sales and to really find out what works. What kind of, like you mentioned, very important factor about people's business, like how people are connecting with each other. And the most challenging thing with connecting with people is, doing sales is about connecting with people. So in your mind, what is important, like when someone is connecting for someone in sales, right? What is the primary importance they need to give?
Yeah. Can you come back again, Aziza? What is the question?
When someone is into sales, they are connecting with human beings. They're connecting with another human being. And what is the one thing or the few things that you can share with us when someone is connecting? What are the things that they can need to look out for when they are in a sales journey with someone, like even promoting their businesses to someone?
Yeah, good question. Again, Aziza, I for one strongly believe that, see, ultimately, business is nothing but relationship. And similarly, uh, even sales is ultimately the foundation is relationship. So, with every prospect of yours, you need to constantly ensure that you are able to build a long-term relationship with your people. And so if you ask me for some elements which help you to really uh, connect with your customers, it is the, I would say, the integrity and trust. Because whenever a customer gives you or entertains you, basically is trusting you first. So you need to ensure that you are able to live up to his trust which he has reposed on you. So I for one believe that integrity is a foundation stone for any long-term relationship to really flourish and bloom. So whatever you commit, be it in terms of the product quality, in terms of the services, you as a salesperson should ensure that you are able to deliver whatever you have committed. Means honoring your word. Because I for one believe that you never make money in the very first transaction. The real money people make in the repeat sale. And for a repeat sale to happen, it is very essential that a customer is delighted with your transaction the first time he has with you. So, so I would say the first foundation for any effective salesperson is integrity, honoring your word, whatever you have committed, ensure that you surpass it and give it to your customer. And second, of course, the important thing is you need to be a constant alert, agile, and have a vigil on what's happening around. Because today is a world of innovation. Today is a world of constant change. So if you want to retain your customers, you have to ensure that you are able to constantly bring out products and services which is the latest in terms of the technology, and you're also able to give them something new, because today people require newness or innovation. So these are two things which I feel that if an entrepreneur is continuously able to give his customer, then he will be able to retain his customer and grow the business in which he is.
That is very insightful, because at the end of the day, you know, the word trust and integrity is a very powerful words that we use in the Money and You room, and the depth of that is like just so deep. So at every level, the check is there, and it's always about us checking in with ourselves. And you know, in the recent conversation that I was having, a lot of the trust issue happens not outside but inside of us. It's the lack of trust that we have in ourselves that suddenly we see that we cannot trust anybody else or can't be trusted for that matter. So that again builds back to the personal development work that one needs to be in the space and to keep on being at it. And I would love to at this juncture touch on, you know, your journey in self-development, because I know that you are one of the very few I've met who has been investing in so much of self-development work on international platforms and also working with international people. So give us a little bit of insights to that.
Yeah, again, a very, very important question. Aziza, I for one believe that if you have to be a good trainer, first of all, you have to be a good learner. The more you learn, the more you are open to being coachable, or more you are willing to keep your mind open, you would become a more powerful trainer. The moment any trainer or a teacher believes or starts thinking that he or she knows everything, and he or she doesn't have to learn anything more, I can promise you that is a time when you would start going down. And very soon, you know, if that type of attitude is kept, you would be not there as an effective teacher or a trainer.
So you're right, I for one constantly keep on investing a lot of time, effort and resource on myself. On an average, I invest almost about ₹1 million every year, training myself under some of the greatest teachers and roaming the world to ensure that I'm able to keep abreast of the latest development. Just about 4 weeks back, I was in Washington, D.C. I was attending the 5-day global SHRM convention, that is for Society for Human Relation Management, where almost some of the top educators, trainers of the world had come down. And again, there we learned a lot of things, and which I'm going to use it in my training here in India and as well as abroad. So you're right, Aziza. I for one believe that as a teacher and a trainer, first of all, you need to be a good student. You need to constantly learn from any person that you come across who is worth sharing some thoughts with you. And then one more area of self-development is whatever you learn, you need to put into practice as well yourself. Only when you practice what you have learned, and then when you experience whatever you have, the benefits of that knowledge or those skill, then you can able to talk to people with a lot of conviction. So this has been one of the
Yeah. Okay, I think there's some connection issue. We will wait for him to come back in a while. Are you there? Okay, so I think we have kind of have him freezed on the screen for a moment. So what we will do is let's have a little bit of a chat about this. So Dr. Arunaagiri Mudaaliar, he's one of our Money You graduates. He attended our Money You in February 2016. That's this year in Chennai. And I have to say that this man not only is from North India, he's from Mumbai and stationed there for a very long time, and he's also speaks Tamil, so he's got and I think he speaks many in North Indian and South Indian languages that makes him so unique and so Indian about him. So we've recognized that a lot of entrepreneurs in India have got a great sense of clarity when they are into global entrepreneurship, and they actually embark on very fantastic footholds. So when they get clearer in their direction in their life, they actually go about creating miracles for everyone else. That's why we are very excited about what Dr. Aranaagiri is doing with his work and his mission. And in our Money You program, when he attended, and on the last day after the Money You, he actually went on stage and shared about his empowerment journey that he set on for youth empowerment. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us back. You're back, yay. I was just sharing about how we met you in the Money You in February, and that you are such a versatile North and South Indian speaking, Tamil speaking, Hindi speaking. So that's something very, wonderful to know. And so we want to also find out from you about the Youth Empowerment Project. I remember you sharing about it in the event. So we, after every Money You, we have a networking and business sharing event. So you went up there and shared about your journey with this youth empowerment mission. You want to share that with us here, please?
Yeah, very much. In fact, thank you for giving me the opportunity, because I, as an Indian, I've got one vision for my country. I, for one, believe that my country in the ancient age was called the Golden Land, and the entire world wanted to do business with India, and we were the forerunners of be it science and technology development, or be it in business development, even in terms of wealth. And then in the last about 150 years under the British rule, actually systematically I feel that one of the things which was eroded was our self-esteem. And so as a we have taken it as a mission to ensure that we are able to rebuild that self-confidence, the self-esteem, the self-worth of our Indian youth especially, and the people in general, so that we can again get our country back to the place of being a golden land of the world. I for one believe that in terms of intelligence, in terms of creativity, in terms of all the various inputs, it is all there in our country. All that we require is to make our Indian people trust more themselves and rebuild their self-esteem. So in this endeavor, we as a training team have come out with a program called as Youth Empowerment Program. Here we go to various colleges and various youth forums, and there we deliver lectures, and through interactive workshops, we are consciously working on reinforcing the concept of self-belief and self-worth among our team, among our youth. And I for one believe that if this is achieved, I can see that it will not be too far away where we would again be one of the leading nations of the world, again leading in all developments, be it science and technology, be it in business, and we'll become again the golden land of the world.
When you talk about this aspect of youth empowerment, because in India is one of the few countries that has got the most number of young generation people. Yeah. So this is where the excitement is, and everything you've talked about is exactly where we are heading with. Even when Shine came into India, it was very much about the self-worth, self-esteem conversation, and now we're talking about we talk a lot about DNA reprogramming, where we want to get people into their space of clarity. And with this topic on golden land, if you notice the DNA in everyone, how we need to anchor back what was working for us and what has been working for us, that's probably hidden in that everyday stuff that happens to us or happened to us. So this is a good journey, and I have it that it's not only about India, but it's in the Asian context that this whole thing is applying as well. So that's where the mission kind of blends in really well for all the entrepreneurs coming together. And in India, we're having the event in Bangalore, 11th to the 16th of August in Lalit Ashok Hotel. It's called the Business Trade Fair with CEO Money and You. But if you go through the materials, you'll see that it's more than business trade fairs, any normal business trade fairs, and more than any Money and You programs that anyone would have attended, because there are very unique features in that. Just as Dr. Aranaagiri has attended, brother, can you share a little bit about your experience being in the room? Because I think yours in the last Money and You has been one of the few that has had most number of very, very vibrant, powerful Money and You graduates that has been created in the Money You rooms in India. So it's like, it's just getting better and better. You guys were the cream of the crops. So at this moment, we had very powerful people like you in the room. So can you share with us your take, having been to the program with other entrepreneurs? How does it feel like?
Yeah, Dr. Aziza, you're right. Basically, I for one believe that Money and You was one of the best programs that I have ever attended. In the last 15-20 years of my journey as a trainer, I have attended a number of training programs, but I for one believe that the 4 days which I invested in Money and You program was the most fruitful and most enriching. It covers almost all dimensions of life, not only the money aspect. I for one believe that it's more of a life management course. And I have really benefited a lot from attending this Money and You program in February in Chennai. And I for one believe that this Money and You program is very, very essential, especially for India, because I feel more and more people should do this program because it's a highly transformational program. In those 4 days, every participant would have a breakthrough and would be able to overcome the barriers which is stopping him from advancing both personally, professionally, socially, and spiritually. It's a most comprehensive program that I attended. Aziza, I wanted to just make one additional point. It's our endeavor is not only for India. I would say it's for Asia and the world.
That's
But
right.
why it is for India is because India is one third of the world's population is in our country.
Yeah.
And you said if India transforms, the world transforms.
Yeah.
You also write something very interesting. We have a demographic dividend. Almost about 60% of our population are below 35 years. And it's a double-edged sword. If we are able to really train our people and transform them and make them more effective, uh, the youth power can really transform this country in a matter of a few decades. So I, for one, believe that Money and You program would be one such endeavors, one some inputs, which is very, very essential because maybe not everybody will be able to do Money and You,
Yeah.
but the graduates who come out of Money and You would go with the right type of thought processes, wherein they will be able to then go into the society and transform wherever they are, whatever they are doing, be they entrepreneurs or if they're working anywhere, they'll be able to make a difference and impact their environment, their ecosystem. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate and congratulate you, Dr. Aziza, for bringing a Money and You to India. It's one of a very good contribution that anybody would do. And I know your commitment towards the progress of India and the Asian continent overall.
Yeah.
I really acknowledge you and appreciate your endeavors and your inputs. And I promise you, from our side and our team, we are there to support your noble endeavors and see that we are able to achieve the common vision that all of us have forged together.
Yes. Thank you so much. Actually, that is also I think I'm on mute just now, so sorry. Okay, I'm very grateful that we are able to bring this work, not just as Shine ADA, now joining hands with ABCi. The Accelerated Business School Money and You program was brought into India with the mission of really creating results where people like yourself see a new dimension and meet like-minded people and create much more powerful synergies. So at the end of the day, we want to connect the business people to come into a space of and complementing and understanding how to overcome competition in a most powerful abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset, so that more can be done and more can be shared, because it's definitely that journey that is empowering for us. Because just as we did the Money and You last 3 Money and You have been run in India, and the entrepreneurs are the ones who gain the most. And for those who have gone into clarity, they keep coming back and attending it for free. You are coming back, brother, for the event in Bangalore, right? So you will be attending your Money and You for free. The CEO Money and You is free for you to attend, and you will be able to promote your business. You'll be able to put in your brochures and also share about your business openly with others in a training program. So if you look at it as a trainer perspective, how many training programs allows another trainer to come in and share? So this is definitely more than a training program, because we are allowing everybody to come to their greatness and be in their greatness. So at the end of the day, is the business graduates are the ones who really take it forward. So it was, the recent success story we had was one of our graduates from the first batch getting support and consultations and outreach from the second batch, and putting them together, creating another what you call a success story or a business opportunity for a third batch student. So we have accumulation of activities happening, and it is so beautiful to see such things unfold, and the greatness that all these people bring in, because Accelerated Business School has been around for 38 years, and the success stories of this program has been people like Jack Canfield, Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins. They all have given testimonies of the work, and they have gone out there and created their own greatness and their own space. We're talking about even successful businesses like the Star Wars co-founder, the Ben and Jerry ice cream co-founder. And in Singapore context, we have people like Break Talk owner, George Quack, Jenny Chan of Hourglass. So there's so many business magnets and business specialists who are in the field, on top of the extreme number of trainers, coaches, and consultants. And in Shine ADA space, the mentors we're talking about that has come together only in the mission of creating powerful business that give back to society in a more effective way. We call socially responsible business. So I'm sure Dr. Aranaagiri, you yourself have been in a very socially responsible business using your, your EQ Private Limited. But right now you are also in the other industry of mentoring and training and coaching. So we see that you're going to be in Bangalore with us, and you're going to be. We would love to have you. We have actually nominated you for the International Business Federation Top Asia Award, right? So we have criteria for our graduates to get the award, and also for the existing participants who are coming in. As long as they meet our criteria, our requirements, they can call in to request to see if they meet the criteria. But we know, as a part of Shine ADA ABCi venture into India, we are bringing International Business Federation India chapter, and you are one of the first people announcing as a Top Asia Award winner. This is the International Business Federation, awarded by International Business Federation in Singapore. So that award is coming to you. How do you feel about that?
Great, thank you, amazing, awesome.
So we will be having the award session in India, in Bangalore, on August 15. We are actually looking at even the International Business Federation president flying in. Most likely we'll be confirming his attendance, but definitely the award is being given out by people in the field who are specialists in that space. So IBF is the award, what do you call that? The organization that's presenting the award to this to the nominees who are selected to receive the award. So that is one good news that we would love to share in this space. So congratulations for your space, for the kind of contribution you are giving to humanity, the kind of heart you have, not just for the training field, but the success you've created in your business, because you have been giving a lot. The last conversations we've been having with you about your business, the kind of lives that's being impacted in Maharashtra area right now, where so many families are getting work opportunities because of the work that you are doing and growing. That is what we want to see happen all over India, where business entrepreneurs getting empowered and impacting at grassroots, which is so important. We cannot stress enough about this, and that is the kind of work that we want to see happen more and more in India, and we want to be instrumental for Indians to do. And I think the conversation on being at the business trade fair is that, other than meeting Dr. Arunaagiri and exploring his business opportunity going global, you are intending to look for partners and outside India, right? You're looking for opportunities for your business to expand, right?
Yes, we are looking for associates across Asia and America as well, and we want to bring in what is best in India out there, and maybe and vice versa as well.
Yes.
To getting good people, good products, and good services from other parts of Asia as well as the world for the benefit of our countrymen in India.
Absolutely.
So
and that's exactly what's going to happen. So for the EQ India Private Limited, we will be definitely having your opportunity being shared in the space, because on the 15th and 16th, unlike the previous event, brother, Dr. Arunaagiri, the last time it was like a one day of like just sharing and stuff like that. This time it's going to be even more exciting, because we're not just going to have sharing, we're going to have one-to-one business clinics where individually entrepreneurs, when they have a requirement, they get to meet one-to-one with the people who are showing up. So we have the Southeast Asia Business Center coming. They have actually showrooms all over Asia where they showcase products into the individual countries. So we are so excited that, let's say your products are going to be available through this network to others. So you don't have to worry about how you're going to get the product out. So literally, we're going to match you and give you some connections to these guys. They will be there. Rudy Fang and his team will be there. So you can actually meet them and have a one-to-one business clinic with them to see how EQ products can go overseas. And of course, your books to go overseas, as well as your training programs to overseas. this is the kind of connections that we're getting to ensure that all this goes out to the world from India, as well as, like what you mentioned, they will have opportunities that can take you. I mean, you can explore with to bring into India as well, through your network. So
Awesome.
we're excited about that.
We're looking
So
forward.
anything else you want to add on before we conclude this session?
Yeah. Thank you very much. So, come again.
Is there anything you want to add on before we conclude this session?
Yeah, Dr. Aziza, thank you very much for having me for this chat. It was really very interesting and enriching for me. And I really appreciate your vision for Asia and India in particular. And we want to assure you that we are unstintingly behind you in your noble endeavors. And we want to collaborate with more dynamic people like you who have got noble intentions, and to see that we are able to transform India, Asia, and the world, and thereby make this world a better place to live in. So thank you and God bless.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And is there anything else you want to tell anybody else who are considering to come into India for the event?
Yes, in fact, as I said, Aziza, the India is the happening place right now. Under our dynamic Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, a lot of things are happening. I think by the time you all come here, our GST bill, which was long overdue, will be also passed, which again will give another fillip to our economy. We are already the fastest growing economy in the world. We are also a consumer-oriented economy. That means we have got almost about 1.3 billion people. With a middle class population of almost about 30% of them. So, as I said, the entire Europe's purchasing power is there in India alone. So, any products of, be it the necessity, be it for the middle class or the luxury, all of them have got a huge market in India. And also, we have got this Make in India campaign run by our Prime Minister, Make in India. So, anybody who wants to do investment into India, this is the ideal time. And even the ease of doing business is improving in India. So there's a lot of opportunities in terms of investing in India and starting up industries and various manufacturing facilities. And where not only have a captive market, but you can also export it to Asia and other places of the world. You have got educated manpower, English-speaking people. And I, for one, believe that in the next 5 years, India would be becoming one of the leading economies of the world. Through your forums and such endeavors, I think Lisa, you're doing a great job of giving people an opportunity to come to this great country and to prosper and to contribute for the overall progress of the well-being of the world. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So once again, thank you so much for joining us in this call, and I'm sure you've got a lot of value from Dr. Arunaagiri Mudaaliar. And remember to go to his website, his book, Unleash Your Potential. You'll get to see more of it in India, in our event as well. Hear more from him, and also, most importantly, you can go Google him as well. I think he's got a lot of stuff happening in his work. So let's keep in touch, and we're going to meet all of you on the 11th to the 16th at Lalit Ashok Hotel in Bangalore at this business trade fair with the CEO, Money and You. We see you there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.